Mean. This is an adult bull shark. Fast, fierce, and armed quite literally to the teeth, she has little to fear here in the Gulf. The muscular marvel confidently moves through its watery world. The predator's 350 fearsome teeth are put on full display. Exhibiting behavior more common to a thresher shark, this bull makes creative use of her powerful tail. The bull's speed is astounding for a large marine predator. A breaching shark is a rare and calorie-intensive spectacle. While it is well known that sharks feed on mollusks, fish, and seals, less discussed is their propensity to feed on food. It must be emphasized that this sort of targeted violence is quite unusual for a shark.
That shark needs a good weapon, they know. Go get him, Chad. Shark! Hey, she putting up a fight. She's sure making a lot of splashes.
Look at them teeth. Oh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece. Got us some dinner coming, boys.
Let's get her up on deck, huh?
A famous big game hunter once posited that after an animal had tasted human flesh, it forsakes its natural prey in a deadly single-minded search for the most dangerous game. Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection. Some shark species practice cannibalism in utero. Remember, when planning a cemetery, try to avoid high-risk coastal areas. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. I have one of those new pop-up tub stoppers at home, and let me tell you, those things are just a magnet for hair and debris. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. Or muskie, is a freshwater fish commonly found throughout the Great Lakes region, so I have no idea what it's doing here. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. A clock would hardly be the strangest thing ever retrieved from a crocodile's mouth. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty bulk. Remember, if you find yourself hard aground, the best thing to do is stay with your canoe and die the death of an honorable seaman. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hitting artificial colors or flavors. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. No one knows how long a shark can live out of water. While adorable, these soft stuff mascots don't provide much in the way of nutrition. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. Someone should have taken a gun safety class. In spite of their reputations as wrestlers, alligators haven't mastered the new... The Cajuns that fish and trap here don't use depth finders or GPSs. They know this bayou by heart. The shark proves as slippery as it is. The overhunting of Fawtick's keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator. If a group of consenting adults wants to perform cryptic rites to shadow forth the prophecy of the great old ones, who am I to judge? Caviar Key features Painted Sails, a luxury 5-star resort built over the remains of Tunamacha, a pre-Columbian city that was once host to the most advanced civilization in ancient America. After losing to King Crush in the 2011 Monster Mania semifinals, Big Finn stepped away from the limelight for a simpler, more natural way of life. It's here in the grotto that the shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul. If you're like me, you're probably wondering what their secret is for such durable papier-mâché. Prosperity Sands features glittering white beaches fenced off for the sole enjoyment of the old. Port Clovis considered removing these naval mines after the war, but the city had already spent its annual budget booking a Nickelback cover band for the 4th of July. Every summer, Port Clovis plays host to the Megasonic Electro Carnival, giving a real boost to the local MDM industry. Bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Pulling off a successful casino heist is made even harder when you drive off the road into the ocean and drown. After the end of the tiki craze, bar owners toss their Polynesian-inspired decor into the Gulf, where their kitschy charm is completely lost on native marine life. Golden Shores was built as vacation residences for wealthy out-of-towners, with spectacular ocean views, private beach access, and a gate to keep out the locals. Upon using this medication, if you experience priapism, do not attempt to improvise your own surgical shock. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Sapphire Bay's famous pier. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. Pride in boat ownership manifests itself in a variety of ways here in Port Clovis. While homeless and itinerant hobos will work for a living, they are not to be confused with bums who are sedentary and refuse to work. Blameless unjudged. There's no such thing as a recession-proof business, except for the frozen banana stand. Whether boom or bust, the demand for reliable, quality frozen bananas remains a constant. A shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. To see this area is to witness the inability of the hydrosphere to support the growth of humanized landscapes along the Gulf. Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks. The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. As a result of industrial pollution and sewage wastewater, Dead Horse Lake was designated a Superfund site in 1996. As with many social movements, the annual Driftwood Man Festival purports to foster progressive change. But it's really just an excuse for hippies to flout public nudity laws. The spring of '73 was a magical time in Port Clovis, when local favorite Trash Talk placed 20th in the Derby, and the city placed first in the country for petty theft. Goaded by lusty appetites, the shark's sole aim is to eat and evolve. While most know him as the friendly face of Captain Winky's Fish and Chips, in real life, the pirate was a genocidal monster who murdered and enslaved thousands. Until local police departments settle a dispute over jurisdiction, these two remain a popular attraction for selfie-seeking snorkelers. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. The artist spent 16 years building this sculpture out of trash pulled from the lake, only to have it thrown back in the lake by intoxicated locals. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. Several grouper have made a home near the retired nuclear cooling towers. This is a great opportunity for the shark to test the theory that exposure to gamma rays gives you superpowers. We appreciate the grant from Sunshine Solutions that made this show possible. We'd also like to remind viewers that mass clothing and gene editing for today's military is safer than ever. Any body of water saturated with sewage or slaughterhouse wastes can be quite appealing to sharks. Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark. Shark versus dolphin. Orca versus giant squid. Boat versus pylon. When establishing dominance, the contest is usually a deadly one, with survival as the prize. The threats to our ocean seem overwhelming, but by working together now, we can ensure that future generations always have a place to dump their old tires. Running out for our shark. Hunters are on the one.
Kinda regular there at Flamingo Joe's. You say it's a tourist trap. But it's the only place to get a decent Sazerac that don't have me on their do not serve list.
The scourge of the swampland, Bayou Willie.
Shark!
This latest cycle of attacks will certainly be among the most infamous chapters in the long, troubled history of human-shark relations. Humans' attention spans are short. They've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so thus ends the bounty. I would like to assure the Antolini crime family that this footage will in no way be used in the final edit of our program.
I wouldn't know him from Adam. If he kill another fisherman, that's between them and him, yeah?
Special overlooking breathtaking panoramic lake views. Open living with vintage appeal. Call Devin. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage.
What you want. Them hobos, good workers. Unlike my so-called son, Kyle. That's why I pay him to stay on the lookout for that shark.
Clovis's communal guard against shark attacks came after experimentation with animal sacrifices to appease the shark god, Dakiwaka. The bartender life engine, Bobby Bojangles. The Marine Predator displays little caution as the situation further escalates. Environmental degradation is a novel driver for conflicts of all varieties. A needle-toothed nightmare, the Barracuda. Barracuda, while most recognize it as the title of a classic rock radio staple. Dead Horse Lake serves as a salient metaphor for human fallibility in the face of avoidable catastrophe. Hunting bull sharks was made illegal in 1997. Many shark hunters...
I mean, I'm not an ornithologist, but I think it's probably a bad idea to get in the middle of flamingos' natural migration cycle. Just saying.
Give up on finding their prey, at least until things quiet down or they run out of hard limits. With an angry bull shark loose, local hunters are forced to post bail and shrug off last night's hangover so that the savage shrimper, Pookie Paw. Things are getting heated in this war of attrition between man and nature. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. The school of barracuda frequents the waters around Trash Island, where they enjoy a steady diet of hypodermic needles and used pregnant. Back on board the Cajun Queen. Just like Kyle LeBlanc, our young bull is the inheritor of a long family tradition, struggling to find her place in the world. So you can get in your 18 holes. New USGA Rule 4.1A2 might have saved these damaged clubs from abandonment. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. The mighty predator struggles for air. Nothing gets a kingfish in the mood quite like watching a 73-year-old hit a double bogey. The fact that they've turned the waters off Baton Tordu into a spawning ground attests to their love of seniors golf. Golf ball diving is an exciting and growing field where you can risk alligators and venomous snakes for 7 to 10 cents per ball. In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. The sea wolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. Anyone who has delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. Somebody's drinking team has a drowning problem. Lacking natural intestinal support out of water, the shark's internal organs struggle to function. The hunters in pursuit of a dangerous shark. Those closest to them prepare for the possibility that they might come home.
Shark fin traders come every year to Baton Tornado. What other way is there to celebrate killing beautiful animals for tasteless, nutritionless body parts than a $450 value?
Bounty has been posted. The shark will have to be cautious until the hunters grow the fishing phenom, Candyman Curtis. The shark's reckless behavior only further incenses Port Clovis's citizens. The fish takes quick, evasive action. Port Clovis has grown bored. The Golden Shores import this mako from Sri Lanka and train it to guard their community? Not likely, but let's pretend they did, as it makes for a more interesting storyline. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. The shark hears the faint, distant sound of a dinner bell. Golden Shore's development was originally met with local protest, but those objections were easily circumvented with campaign donations to Planning Commission Director Steve Traeger. The locals here know every nook and cranny of the swamp. The Maneater's longevity depends on her nimbleness. The rapacious rover is always swimming, searching for anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait. Bayou Brawler, the American alligator. Rosie has been a star in Big B's Bayou Buddy stunt show, but our shark is far too young to appreciate Rosie's classic brand of celebrity. The grotto provides a brief respite from the Sturm und Drang of the Gulf. From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food. The Sultan of Speed, the Mako. A shark is first glimpsed as a phantom-like shadow. Fast and aggressive, the Mako is known as the peregrine falcon of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based bird, this designation means nothing to the Mako. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty bulk. Sharks in their place, hunters ensure they'll stay in their lane, so we don't have a Planet of the Apes situation on our hands.
See that hole there? Suck it in one shot, that anything. And if Cliff get it, tell you I didn't, he'll lie.
Tigeroos are part of a complete balanced breakfast for anyone aspiring to one day. Historically, overdevelopment of the shoreline leads to a wide variety of negative environmental impacts. But you should see the Italian-designed walk-in closets inside these condos. As is well known, volleyballs make way better friends than soccer balls, who will stab you in the back the first chance they get. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hitting artificial colors or flavors. Founder of America's largest shark finning enterprise, Mama Maybelle Bryant has collected quite a fleet of recreational boats. Her fail sons, Randall and Tyson, can often be spotted piloting them around Sapphire Bay. Kept Sapphire Bay's local hammerhead healthy and strange. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals. The third iteration of Pier 1 famously collapsed on the day it received historic landmark designation. Long a haven for small government ideologues, Port Clovis prides itself in its lax amusement park safety standards. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. The shark's just here to add to her sea glass collection.
I used to take Kyle to the carnival, and he wasn't nothing but an itty-bitty boy. The fact that he was afraid of that Ferris wheel would have told me he wasn't never gonna be in the car.
Averages just 16 shark attacks each year, so this year will be quite the anomaly. The shark's life expectancy is at 12, which is a shame. We're all hoping for a second season. A shrill chorus of ankle bracelet alarms fills the air as shark hunters leave their homes to track our bull The Hoosier hotshot, Ensign Tyler Dixon.
Got to be her.
The situation has escalated, and the price on the shark's head has risen. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. Believe Believe it or not, people paid over $12,000 to sleep in these tents and listen to Swedish DJs for an entire weekend. A bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. Like most American cities, the founders of Port Clovis were Freemasons, and probably Illuminati, who congregated in secret UFO bases to perform Luciferian blood rituals. Sophisticated wildlife management has never been a priority in Port Clovis, and so amateur hour begins.
Lazy Eye used to be my favorite lighthouse. People named him Emil. Always had the best cold liquor. Now they got it out of me. I tell you, that computer's a lot less fun to drink with.
These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus.
Habitat of the speckled seaside sparrow. But, you know, they really stick to
The evolutionary anomaly, the hammerhead. Has forgotten all about the shark for now. The hammerhead really used its noggin to win that contest. Beginning in 1946, WZUZ began broadcasting the country variety show Hillbilly Hayloft Hoedown, live from Pier 1. The evolutionary anomaly, the hammerhead. shark triumphs, overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy.
Now we playing with power. Look at that big ring of teeth. Hey! You stop that this right now, second. What the heck? C'est ça, couillon! God! Person enough to catch your attention, Annie? This girl's a crafty monster. Need reinforcements. Don't try gas now. That there cage cost me $3,000. Oh, no. I've been waiting for you, child. Make a coupillon out of you. Y'all working my last nerve, girlie.
Scaly Pete Given the number of people who frequent the beach, it can be rationally assumed that a little human urine finds its way to the sea. In a not-so-distant future, a young visionary entrepreneur will spot these three shells while snorkeling and revolutionize after-toilet care. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. When it was discovered that their Stonehenge replica was astronomically misaligned, enraged Portclovians threw it in the ocean. Shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Even the self-driving technology of Gazorpazorp is not without its reliability concerns. Prosperity Sands reminds us that sometimes the construction of second and third homes supersedes considerations like the bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process. What harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? Shark bounties became commonplace here after the previous mayor's practice of hiring Fijian shark charters proved largely ineffective. This trimaran, like many before it, was lost in its journey to the mythological dry land. The merest drop of blood can alert a shark to a likely use.
629 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank old Pete for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
The Gulf is vast, 600,000 square surface miles to be exact, making it fifth among the world's seas. This shark is a sort of super scavenger, completely lacking in what may be called dietary discrimination. Some sharks are scavengers, indiscriminately consuming anything that's vaguely edible. Is a driving force for the bull shark. The solitary hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment. No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage can. Sea sponges' demand for pineapple homes has sparked massive deforestation throughout Costa Rica. But being brainless, sponges rarely weigh the consequences of their buying decisions. This recreation of the Titanic was so accurate, 1,500 people... To look at the coast is to recognize that the boundary between sea and land is transitory, and that all life on Earth is just a cosmic accident. While they appreciate human sacrifices, the eldritch gods of yore are seldom enthused about being summoned to court close. Operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses. Shark attacks occur with having evaded justice for her heinous crimes. The shark is now the subject of a bounty.
That shot here right there. Nowhere else in town got that mango butter facial swim.
Blah, blah, blah. Late-stage capitalism. The hunt ends. But this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature. Many a child has run away to the sea with a head full of romantic notions of dynamiting sharks for a living.
About no raves. When you throwing a fatal door on the beach at night, you just asking to be bit. Out there boated painted sails. But, you know, so do a lot of other New York couillons.
Yes, it's quite beautiful here. Unfortunately, bull sharks can't see color. There would have been more protests surrounding prosperity sands were not the public already so numb about ecological concerns in general. Sharks are more inclined to attack boats in areas not typically frequented by swimmers or divers. There is a very real risk of drowning while surfing, but at least you'll leave behind. Beach erosion can be harmful to ecosystems by changing habitat conditions for such local fauna as seals, sea turtles, birds, and fish. This mineral supplement wouldn't be necessary if this shark ate a more nutritious, well-balanced diet. Protein caches like this one are a convenient and tasty way for sharks to increase their protein intake. Performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death. An insatiable fish, the bull shark is 9/10 appetite. Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. Great White is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society. Are as irresistible to a hungry shark as a fetid, fly-blown pile of rotting horsemen. Vigilante fever has seized Port Clovis, making it dangerous for anything that swims.
Nice-looking, wealthy women. There's a court order says I can't be within 200 feet of the beach. But you can see a lot with a good set of binoculars.
The Seawolf remains acutely aware of anything that might constitute food. Catastrophic risks for future generations, but then we couldn't have 4x4. Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love. This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious mass. For more than 3/4 of geologic time, the land was uninhabited, without a single destination spa anywhere to be seen. It's necessary for the bull to be cautious, as killer whales are well-known predators of several shark species. fish fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver. Port Clovis City Council never misses an opportunity for cross-franchising. Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst. Staying nourished and hydrated is essential at the beach, as escaping invasive sharks can really sap your energy. Port Clovis is thoroughly energized by the shark menace.
Three of them killer whales, they got their fish fingers. You could say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, we really got to work on those side areas.
Locals seldom miss an opportunity to indulge in mindless, gratuitous slaughter. The corn-fed Colossus, Butcher Boy Brady. Using her quickness, the bull shark is able to escape serious injury. Delved into the stomach contents of a shark is acutely aware that they'll eat just about anything. The bull shark is known to be a voracious, if hardly discriminating, eater. Even after the creation of a killer clown task force, clown-related homicide still remains a problem in Port Clovis. Another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis. Where sharks' palates are refined, they prepare just a splash of Amontillado. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. Sea turtle numbers have exploded. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them. Shockingly, this was only Alex's second worst birthday. Traveling around, we are constantly reminded of how man's intrusion has disrupted the fragile equilibrium of the marine world. From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food. Sometimes even sharks just need to dirty bulk. This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors. This shark understands that she needs to eat essential minerals to stay healthy and grow. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything. The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet. Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam. The best rule to follow when encountering a strange fish is to identify it first, then kill it. A bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Mutagen 23 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race. A quiet space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality. To anthropomorphize them into lovable cartoon characters belies the fact that sea turtles are ornery creatures that can bite through bone. Recently, Port Clovis has gained a reputation for its derivative, politically confused street art. Port Clovis retaliates against the shark by sending some of its most disreputable citizens.
I used to skate, yeah. But they don't give you no scholarships for winning no big air rail jam. How to properly stock and manage a fish pond, but it's a learning process.
Another bounty hunt comes to a close. Turtles face many threats, including habitat destruction, harvesting for consumption, and illegal doping at turtle races. The predatory scavenger is often quite content to dine on whatever wastes fall to the ocean floor. The white and black attack. The orca. Orcas do enjoy playing with toys, but not half as much as a day-old shield release. Once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick, killing things. It's here in the grotto that the shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul. A great way to discourage museum attendance is to put your museum underwater. These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus. Bull sharks have a habit of gobbling up anything that finds its way into the water. shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta. Electroreceptors at each side of the hammerhead's cartilaginous skull allow them to locate potential predators. The insatiable sperm whale needs to eat over a ton of food every day, which here in the Gulf mostly consists of hammerhead sharks. The ocean waters are driven constantly by tides, currents, and Saudi-owned super yachts. The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable. Remind us that sharks are very important animals in our marine ecosystem.
We've had some real bad fish kills because of these oil tankers spinning. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Ice fishing is similar to regular fishing, but enjoyable only to upper Midwesterners. This has long been a popular dumping ground for the military, thanks to its lenient regulations and low tipping fees. As we face impending resource scarcity and declining living standards, it's nice to know that in the meantime there's still a place to get a good bamboo fusion massage. If a T-Rex is your favorite dinosaur, then you're boring and unoriginal and you need to pick a different favorite dinosaur.
Poor Clover's really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this. Gonna be a laser tag fun park.
Concentrations of metals and hydrocarbons in the water show just how much the Gulf has progressed. Quite a strange agglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks.
heard said Captain Blighty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. Been funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years, and I ain't found it yet.
The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition. Giant monsters, or kaiju, occasionally visit Port Clovis to pregame, before destroying more worthwhile cities. It's vital that we extract an absolute maximum of resources before we cross Earth's apocalyptic threshold. The cetacean assassin, the sperm whale. Days, the world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti. It's a shame that human and shark must so often meet as enemies. The Gulf Stream brings warm waters northeast across the Atlantic towards English seaside towns filled with cranky pensioners, donkey rides, and heroin addicts. Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. I'ma fix you up real pretty. Can y'all out swim a torpedo? Y'all gonna look so pretty mounted on my wall. It's about the end for you. Got more ugly. I will chum y'all up. Got you right in my sights. Right off the rose bush. Need reinforcements! Don't drag ass now! Get back on!